I hope y'all can hear me. And I know y'all probably about to be confused as hell because it's not Friday. It's not Friday. It's Wednesday. So you're probably like, why the hell are we getting an episode today? And it's not Friday. Well, that's because today's episode. Hold on, y'all. I forgot to fix something. Hold on. I knew something was off about my. Yeah, there we go. That looks beautiful. My lighting was horrible just then. Anyway, as you can tell, I don't have my bucket hat on, so we gonna call this is this is not a movie break, by the way, guys. This is not what this is. So it's Wednesday, and I had a special request from a friend of mine on Facebook. As I mentioned in episode 10 of Movie Break, which episode 11 will be out this Friday. Don't want to miss it. Um, I had a request from a friend on Facebook that wanted me to watch the last two episodes of season 4, episode 9 and 10 of Ghost Power Book 2. Now, before I break in and do the characters and small little recaps, I want to go on record and say I actually have never watched this show. I've seen clips, I've made assumptions, they usually come out correct. Never watched the show though. Me personally, when they did what they did in Power, original Power, I couldn't watch the show. It hurt my feelings. But after watching season 4, episode 9 and 10, well, I must be honest. I probably should have watched the show. I mean, granted, I didn't watch Power until my mom told me that she liked it. Then I turned on Power and it was lovely. I loved it. Um, I'm gonna go on record and tell you I've never seen Raising Canaan and I've never seen Force either. So sorry. But anyway, like I said, I was asked to review episode 9 and 10, season 4 of Ghost Power Book 2. And as a quick little recap, basically in episode 9, I jumped the gun. I apologize, y'all. Y'all know how I do it. I will be right back. Before I go into my recap, I'm a little ahead of myself. It's out my norm. Um, so forgive me. But anyway, the character listing for episode 9 and 10, at least the ones that I seen more often, that probably meant more to the show than a little bit. Of course, was Tariq James St. Patrick, played by Michael Rainey. Drew Tejada, played by Lavelle Adams Gray. Kane Tejada, played by Woody McClan. Monet, played by Mary J. Blige. Diane Tejada, played by Latoya Tonado, whatevs. Davis McClan played Macklin. How do you pronounce Davis' last name? I low key I heard it but kept forgetting anyway. But Davis, played by Method Man. Noma, played by Carolyn Tikazi. Braden Weston, played by Gianni Palo. And then Don Carter, played by Michael Ealy. Effie, played by Alex Lapre. Anya Covington, played by Sydney Winbush. And Chinadu, played by Sarah Nahaga. How do you pronounce that nigga name? And then there was a special guest, Bronze, played by Lil Durk. I contemplated putting Lil Durk in it, but yeah, whatever. He was a special guest in both episodes, so why not? But as I was jumping ahead of the gun on, episode 9 was once again Tariq Monet plotting to get Carter and Noma out the picture. They were plotting to try to get them two off. um Noma and Carter somehow got wind that they were. Like I said, I haven't watched the show, so this is just strictly based off of what I've seen for these 2 episodes. So don't get to talking shit, talking about some. Well, no, I'm not about to watch that the whole 3 seasons. I don't care that much to watch it. I just got a request, so I did what I was asked. Anyway, they found out that Tariq and Monet was trying to set them up, so they try to set them up. Okay, uh, Kane was supposed to be marrying Noma to help Noma get a green card, I guess. That's what I was told. But Noma was planning on getting Monet out the picture. One way or another, she wanted Monet out the picture. Um, she to me, I think she was inferior of Monet. From just those 2 episodes I watched, she was inferior of Monet. She was afraid that Monet would be her demise, and she didn't want that. So she figured she had to get Monet before Monet can get her. Um, Two, she wanted to rule New York. She wanted to be the top dog, the queen pin. That's what she wanted. She eventually got what she wanted to. But like I said, she was set to marry Kane. Kane wanted to marry Noma because he wanted to be top dog. He wanted to be partner. He wanted in. And if you ask me, Kane was gullible. Just for those 2 episodes I watched, Kane is probably very gullible for believing that even if he would have married Noma, then he would have been partner. He would have been top dog. Like he was naive and very gullible to believe that Noma was really going to put that kind of power in his hand, knowing that even if I can't kill your mother, giving you that kind of power will also put your mother in the kind of power to take me out. Noma wasn't going for that. I don't know why Kanan, why Kane, why Kane even thought that that was gonna work out. Gotta be the craziest thing I've ever seen. But anyway, what threw me off in the beginning of episode 9, or not even the beginning, but during episode 9 was Kanan still was smashing Effie and Davis was smashing Noma, and Tariq didn't know that Davis was smashing Noma. He knew he was close, I guess you can say. At least it didn't seem like he knew. But why didn't they just have Davis kill Noma then? Well, Davis ain't a killer, so maybe that's why. Anyway, um, so where was I at? Noma and Carter had plotted to set Monet and Tariq to get killed because, like I said earlier, want them at the picture. But their plan was so stupid to think that yeah, they did end up cornering the Russians ended up getting Monet and Tariq, which I'm tired of this whole stupid idea of somebody walk up on you with a gun and you got a gun in your hand, they tell you put it down and you put your gun down. Who does that dumb shit? Okay, that kind of pissed me off. I'm gonna jump off the derails. Fuck my notes for a second. That really pissed me off. Cause you got a gun like he got a gun. So why are you putting your gun down? Cause he walk up with an automatic talking about some put your gun down. If you two motherfuckers wouldn't have just shot him at the same time, you wouldn't even have been in that situation. That blew my mind. But of course, Diana and Drew come and save Monet and Tariq. First, that pissed me off. I'm sorry, I derailed because that pissed me off. But I'm gonna say this, cause fuck these notes for a second. It's some important notes in here, but I just gotta say this. Tariq is the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. Okay, how is it that y'all come up with this plan, and the plan is going accordingly up until he gets to Detective Carter. That's what I'm calling him. Detective Carter. You get to him, right? And pardon me. You get to him. You got an upper hand on him. You got an advantage on him. You got a gun on him. You managed to let this fool take the gun from you, handcuff you, put you in the back of the car, and then who gotta come save your ass again? Braden. How many times Braden gotta save your ass is what I want to know. That didn't make no sense to me. I'm like, Tariq, you are not no real killer. I'd have shot that nigga in the pew and left him there. Especially if my fingerprints ain't on the gun. And if ain't nobody see me walk in the building, and I can get this recording erased, I'm gonna pop you in the pew and leave you there. I'm not about to do all this talking, all this extra shit. I'm not. I know it's TV. I know it's TV, and I get it. They do it for the dramatic effect and for the fans and all that. But that was the dumbest thing Tariq could have did. All you had to do was pop the nigga. That's really all you had to do. But I guess, in his defense, Carter did have that video on them killing Zion. So in a way, it did end up playing out him not just popping him. So that's just me though. I probably would have popped his ass. But in the same breath, it worked out for him not doing it because they found out he had a video that can incriminate their ass. So kudos to him, I guess, for using a little bit of sense and not just jumping the gun and killing a nigga. But I probably would have just popped him and just took my chances. Okay, I probably would have popped him. But wait, didn't he know before? No, he didn't know. So never mind. I wouldn't have popped him. I'm lying. I wouldn't have popped him. I probably would have waited. I probably would have took him. I wouldn't have let him get my gun. Let me clarify that. I wouldn't have let him get my gun. I probably wouldn't have killed him because you needed him for a little leverage, I guess. So let me retract my statement. I just got a little overzealous because I'm jumping the gun, thinking ahead of what happens in the future, and they hadn't done that part just yet. But point is, he wouldn't have got my gun. He would have been handcuffed and getting taken up out of there in handcuffs. Not me. I came here to get you. Why you get me? But like I said, Braden saves the day. Like always. And I'm not gonna lie, episode 9 was definitely not the best episode between 9 and 10. Everyone said 9 was better than 10, and I got all over my feed. 9 was better than 10. They should have let 9 be the ending and blah, blah, blah. Fuck no. Episode 10 was the right one to end with. How they did it, though, I do feel like there was stuff in episode 9 that should have just went to episode 10 instead. And stuff in episode 10 should have been put in 9. Like really, it should have, some of that stuff that happened in 9 should have got pushed up in the front somehow. And then it should have, episode 9 really should have ended with them going with the wedding. It should have ended with the wedding recept, like when they was dancing, throwing the money, and they took Kane out. That should have ended episode 9 right there. And then episode 10 could have opened up with what happened, which, if you don't know, I'm sorry, a spoiler alert is coming sooner or later. And honestly, I don't give a damn if you ain't seen it because I don't even watch the show. So I'm going to spoil it for you. Give me a second. This is what happens at the end of episode 9. That's exactly what happens at the end of episode 9. And realistically, they could have opened up with that at episode 10. They really could have. That could have been an opening for episode 10 because that would have set episode 10 the fuck off. I'm telling you, that would have set it off. They should have had me in that writing room. I would have, what? Look. Anyway, I digress. But that's what happens at the end of episode 9. Spoiler alert, Monet dies. If you ain't seen it, I'm sorry, not my problem. But Monet dies. Okay. And I knew it was something else I missed in this dancery. I was just playing. What I forgot to mention about this episode that pissed me off, about episode 9 in particular. Why the fuck did it take Drew and Diane so long to find Monet and Kanan? Or Kane, I keep calling nigga Kanan because he is Kanan to me. But why the fuck it take Drew and Diane so long to find Monet and Kane? Why? Why the fuck did it take? First of all, why the fuck do we keep doing this splitting up shit? That's another thing that's pissing me off. Why the fuck did y'all think, hey, Monet, you take the side, we gonna go through the whatever the fuck he said? Why? Why not go together? Me personally, you niggas got your mama killed. Cause why the fuck did y'all not go with her? And then it took her all of goddamn 4 minutes to find Kane. It took you niggas 7. Why? Because you wanted to go branch out. First of all, why didn't Diana go with Monet? And why Drew didn't go by himself? Little scary ass, sissy ass little boy. Gonna sit here and be like, yeah, Monet, you take the side. We gonna take. First of all, that was pissing me off calling her Monet. I know it's a TV show, but that still pissed me off. That's still your mama. God damn it. Then y'all want to call her Ma when the bitch get killed. Ma, wake up, Ma. Get up, Ma. Nah, fuck it. It's your fault. Stupid motherfuckers. That pissed me off. I was like, now, soon as they said it, I said, that's why that bitch died. Because why the fuck is she by herself? That pissed me off. That really pissed. Because black people don't do that shit in real life. We don't separate, nigga. Damn. Them niggas separated and left Monet to die. I'm with Kane. Y'all wanted her to die. And y'all gonna try to make him feel bad and try to tell him when Kane got telling him, y'all wanted this shit to happen. Here go Drew. It's your fault, Mama dead. Mama came to save your ass. Cause you wanted to marry Noma. Okay, y'all got a point. You got a point. But even if that nigga didn't try to marry her, she still gonna try to kill your mama anyway. Your mama was a threat. So she was gonna try to kill her anyway. It didn't fucking matter. But she needed her out the way to have complete control over Kane. That's all that was. She needed him out the way. Needed her out the way to have complete control over Kane. Am I right or am I wrong? Mm-hmm. That's all it was. And I ain't watched this show. I'm piecing together my puzzles based on people's movery in episode 9 and 10. That's all that bitch wanted. Was to get her out the way so she can have him. But when she seen she couldn't force that nigga to turn on his mama, she knew she had to kill him. And it backfired because she couldn't kill him. And episode 10 is basically the revenge. The get back. To take a nigga out back. And at this point, Tariq made a deal with Carter, but of course Tariq, having a brain, knew that he wasn't going to be able to trust Carter and got Drew to go delete the evidence off of Carter's computer to reduce incrimination of them killing Zion. And they get that done. They knew Carter was going to double cross them one way or another. Either he was going to, which in the episode 10 I think you see Carter trying to switch the evidence around so it doesn't lead back to him, because he was going to go take that video and he was going to go ahead and fry Tariq and them with it, which ended up backfiring tremendously because his dumb self didn't even think to check his computer after he seen Drew in his office. Like, you're an idiot. I would have checked my computer after I seen this fool was in my office. But nonetheless, Carter tries to set up Tariq, of course, or whatever, however. But before all that shenanigan happens, I skipped something. Kane, Diane, and Drew went to go try to kill Noma because they had what they thought was her location. When they pulled up, she wasn't there, so they took Anna. I think I'm saying her name right. It's either Anna or Anya. I think it's Anna. Either way it go, they went and took baby girl. Took her. Noma wasn't there, so they took her. So in episode 10, you're tricked into believing that when they kidnapped her, it was definitely to get Noma's attention so she wouldn't leave, right? However, you see Tariq go in and take Anna out of, from where she's been held captive, and she shouldn't have fell for it because it was definitely a trap. You think that Tariq wasn't in on you getting kidnapped, so to make it look believable, he slice the bitch, get her arms free, and they run out, right? And then Kane shooting at him, but he's not shooting to hurt nobody. He barely even shooting to tear the car. They don't even follow them. They don't follow them. And this gets Anya to feel comfortable to tell them where Noma would go find her at. This was the plan. This was the plan. Was for Tariq to lead Kanan, Drew, and Diane, or just Kanan and Diane, I think, to Noma. Okay, he completed that. Diana, I ain't gonna lie. I'm with baby girl. I would have killed the bitch too. Fuck it. You killed my mama. I'ma kill something special to you. And she killed that bitch. This is how I wrote it in my notes. This is exactly how I wrote it, y'all. I put it in my notes. I said Kana takes honor from Noma, and then Tariq takes honor from Kane, and Diana kills Anna. She killed her ass, lit her ass the fuck up. And to most people, they'll probably be like, "Oh, that was wrong. Diana shouldn't." You know, I would have killed her too, because I want you to feel the same pain we felt, especially before you get what's coming to you. You gonna feel the same pain we had to feel when you took our mama from us. So, what if? So, like I said, they killed Anna. Uh, Carter goes to jail for Kamala Tate's death. You know, he goes to jail for it, whatever. And um, Kanan comes up with another idea to get Noma, right? And he goes and books like this flight that sends an alert to her. But Noma's brother, Chinadu, like, bitch, I'm not getting involved in this shit no more. You killing too many of our people. At this point, you done got your daughter killed. It's not even worth it at this point. It's whatever. It's finito. I'm done. They leave. All right. So Noma like, all right, you don't want to help me? This bitch think she go get the police. She trying to turn informant. She go and get the police and bring them to her hangar, to the hangar where they at, where they booked the flight. And Drew, not Drew, but Kane tells Drew and Diana to surrender to the police and let him do what he got to do. So, in a nutshell, this is what happened to Noma. I apologize for the music that you guys are hearing if you heard that. Somebody decided. Seeing what I just showed, that's what happened to Noma. Okay. And, yeah. Kanan kills Noma. And he gets shot like twice, I think, by the police, and still manages to get away. It's unexplainable how he just vanished. They popped him twice, and then he just vanishes out of thin air. No blood trail for him. The police never find him. He just gets away. Okay, and he ends up with Effie. The doctors patched him up as best as possible, whatever case may be. Davis ends up getting Drew and Diana off, and they pin everything on Noma. Hold on, y'all. I got somebody coming through the door. Them hoes off. I think that's where I left off at. I don't really know. Don't give a damn. But in a nutshell, episode 10, they get away with everything they done did, basically. Okay. And Tariq makes a deal with Chinadu on moving his product in New York. And my overview of both episodes is this. Tariq went through a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of dumb shit. He went through everything that his daddy probably went through at his age, just to realize that you can't be a family man and sell dope. You can't. So you had to make a choice. And it finally clicked to him. That's why his father decided to make a choice to go on a straight and narrow and stop selling dope, because he wanted to be a family man. Did he want to be a family man a little too late? Yeah, I would say Ghost waited a little too late to want to be a family man. He lost a child in the process. And I lost the love of my life, Angela. I mean, Tasha. I called her Angela. Whatever the fuck her name is. Them bitches, yeah. Um, but yeah, Tariq went through a bunch of unnecessary shit just to come to the realization that what his father was doing was exactly what he thought he was doing. Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna catch a lot of slack for this. That show ain't got shit on power. Say what you want. Don't be wrong. Michael Rainey is a great actor. Everybody did they big one in this show, but they can't top the original. They can try to imitate, attempt to duplicate, but can never replicate. They can't make it twice. I'm sorry. The show definitely had to be good because episode 9 and 10 were good to me. However, in the end of the show, you see that Tariq is his father. That's who he becomes. He becomes his father. Everything he didn't want to be, everything that he hated, everything that he felt was Ghost. Is who he became. And then Braden became cokehead ass Tommy, who's a lunatic, waiting a ticking time bomb. And the thing is, with Braden and Tommy, what they got in common is they felt like they were equal to Ghost and Tariq, and they weren't. They weren't. They didn't have the brain capacity to think logically like they did. Braden was probably a little bit smarter than Tommy, but Tommy was way more ruthless and was TTG, trained to go. You heard me? But Tariq eventually learned how to use his brain like his daddy. Eventually, he still ain't his daddy though, because his daddy was Stone Cold Killer. Only reason why Tariq was able to kill his daddy is because I believe Ghost was already ready to go anyway. I feel like he knew he wasn't going to be have a peaceful life, and I feel like he knew his son and wife was going to keep trying to assassinate him one way or another. So I think he took the cheap route out and let them take him out. Even though I still don't believe he did, but whatever. I say he did because I ain't got no choice but to say he did now. But um, yeah, Tariq, he's becoming his father. Is what I should say. He's not his father, but he's becoming him. He's starting to understand who Ghost was and how to move like a ghost. He's starting to understand that concept and starting to learn how to move like a ghost. He ain't made it there yet, but he's learning. And Braden, well, Braden got the coke down packed. Um, and being a lunatic a little bit. He's got that lunaticism in him, but he don't have the killer instinct in him either, like that, like Tommy did. So he's still developing his character. He's still developing that that raw in him. They're still developing in their ways. Now, to me, Kane is going to be Kanan. See, remember, Kanan went to prison and was gone for years. Kane has to go disappear for some years, basically. He got to go bye bye. Poof. He got to go missing. So that's why I say Kane is like Kanan. He's just as ruthless as Kanan. He actually is just as smart as Kanan was. Kanan was smart. I don't care what nobody say. Kanan was smart. He was definitely smart. He's dumb a little bit, but smart at the same time. And the same thing with Kane. Kane is smart but dumb at the same time. Um, and then you got Diana. Diana is wanting to be her mother. She wants to be Monet so bad because I remember she wanted her mama dead, but based on those two episodes, I would have to say the show itself, I would have to give it a 7 out of 10 just based off of those two episodes. Can't give it a 10 out of 10 because, like I said, I still can't stand Tariq's ass. You killed my road dog. But yeah, I would have to say episode 10 was definitely better than episode 9, in my opinion. Now, the way they ended it, I don't know if I would have changed the way they ended it. Too many people were saying that the ending was weak. I don't think it was. I think the ending was as strong as it needed to be. It definitely left an opening for Tariq, Braden, and Kane. It definitely did. It left an opening for them three. To continue to develop, whether it be uh another, not necessarily another ghost or another power comes out, but maybe a Tariq St. Patrick's. I don't know, but it definitely left development for uh another another show to come out. But nonetheless, um, episode 10 really, it really full circled, if you will. It full circled because if you go back to Power, Tariq hated Ghost for who he was. Stone cold drug dealing killer. He hated his father for who he was. It had nothing to do with him cheating on his mama with Angela. It had nothing to do with his his father being disgusting and sleeping with another woman. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with his father being the big dog in the drug game and not teaching him it and trying to save him from it. Just for him to come full circle and realize, shit, I'm in too deep now. This is what my daddy was trying to keep me from. But now I ain't got no choice. I'm in too deep, which means now I can't I can't be a family man. I can't have my mama them. I can't have my sister. I can come and visit them, but I can't have a family here present with me and worried about somebody trying to take them out because of what I'm doing. The same thing Ghost was trying to avoid. The same exact thing. So reality is you killed your daddy because he wanted to change himself. And then you killed him, took his place, and now you're stuck in it. Now you're stuck in it. You can't walk away. How can you? You got the green eye now. You got the ghost effect now. And now what's gonna happen to Tariq is gonna go through every motion that his daddy went through, and then gonna finally come to one when he ends up like Ghost, married with some kids. He gonna finally see for himself why the fuck he shouldn't have killed his daddy. Peace the fuck out, y'all. A ghost. And he killed her. Put a bullet right in between that bitch's eyeballs. In a way, it was all their fault she died. And it was Diana, and Drew's fault because they separated from their mama when they all should just went together. And it was Kane's fault because his little dumb, gullible, goofy ass really thought no one was gonna make him the head of the household with his stupid ass. She wasn't gonna do nothing but use his goofy ass. And once she got what she needed from him, she was gonna kill his ass next. Soon as she would have got that citizenship, he would have been a citizen dead. And a Chattahoochee Ripple.